Good. Once again, a warm welcome. I'm happy to introduce today's guest speaker and resource persons, Mr. Mukesh Shailat, the principal of Delhi Public School, Varanasi. He's the right choice of today's program and really be happy to have you, sir, here. To start with, he's a teacher mentor with over 12 years of experience, and he's in the panel of CBSE and training agency, Centum Learning, MD and Edify, Peak Point. As a freelance trainer, conducted many sessions for reputed publishing houses like Oxford University Press, Orient Black Swan, Macmillan, and Pearson. And he so expertised himself in millennial educations, leadership, differentiated instructions, experiential learning, tertiary education, MI and learning style. He is a post-graduation MA in MBEd, University of Chennai, Madras, and Madurai Comrade University. He is an educator by choice. Mr. Mukesh has teaching career at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's International Residential School in Kodaikanal. After a postgraduate degree in English from the University Madras in 1980. In 1984, he took the charge of Adarsh Vidyal Kendra, CBSE school in Kanyakumari, as its founder principal. In a career of span of over 25 years, he had a good fortune of leading many reputed schools, notable among them here, Sardar Patel Vallabhbhai School, Vidyalaya, Delhi, Belgaum Boys School, Dehradun, Global Indian International School run by Global Indian Foundation, Singapore. He has many claims on his accounts: Bluebells International, Delhi, GD Gokneka School, the Millennium School, Mount Litza, Edify Schools, Hyderabad, GD Global School, Lucknow Public School, and many. So we welcoming, and his training topics goes like this: education for the millennial, leadership and synergy, differentiated learning, multiple intelligence, learning styles, experiential learning in tertiary education. So we are welcoming for this August gathering of analysis on tabulation of marks, sir. And we have another gentleman resource person, Dr. Ranjan Roy, President of Varanasi Sahodaya, experienced, decorated educator with a passion for curriculum development, teachers training, and educational leadership, empaneled with CBSE and several training agencies. He is also conferred with Mahamana Samman from Banaras Hindu University in the year 2018 for his exemplary. So now the mic is yours. I'll request Deepa Madam also to start with as an interactive session of today's program. Deepa,
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My greetings to everyone present here today in this gathering. My special warm welcome to Mukesh ji and Dr. Roy. We are so blessed to have two eminent educationists amidst us today to elucidate and to remove any possible doubts which, as teachers or principals of various schools, we might still be having. So once again, a warm welcome, sir. Indeed, it's quite warm down south. To Mukesh ji and to Dr. Roy. My greetings also to all the members, the office bearers of Dakshin Sahodaya. My good afternoon to each and every one, and to each and everyone today who's present in this gathering. Yesterday, we did get to listen to the program conducted by the CBSE. Even though it got conducted, I'm sure still there are quite a few doubts with a lot of principals. And before we kick off this session, I must really congratulate the CBSE for having come up with such a document in such a short period of time. So I guess it is left to us as heads of various schools to interpret it correctly and do full justice to what the CBSE is asking. So Mukesh ji, I would like to start with a small query or a question, which there were some principals who did call and ask. So if you don't mind, let me start by this. The CBSE has given us a referral year for the past 3 years, and whichever year is the best, and we've asked these schools to pick up that average. Now there are some principals who say that this year my average is far better than what DCBSE is asking us to do as a referral. That was one. So do I downscale? Two, the referral years percentage is better. So let's say the referral years percentage is 79. This year when I tabulate, my percentage is 74. In this case, do we upscale? This was one query which I had. So I thought I might start this session with this query. Thank you so much, Mukesh ji. I guess it's over to you.
Okay. I think two very pertinent questions. I think these were also answered yesterday by Dr. Bharadwaj. You don't need to upscale anything. See, remember not to do anything which will bring in, which will cast any aspersions on your integrity of the school. Do what is best in the interest of the children.
Okay.
Okay. So if your referral year is a certain percentage, and yes, your at the moment the percentage is less, you might want to re-look at the assessment pattern.
Okay.
Instead of directly upscaling, you might want to re-look at the assessment pattern and see if you can do justice to the children by giving them the benefit of the doubt as well. Because in an online platform, I don't know how much of learning could have happened, how transparent perhaps your assessment patterns are. So if there have been some written examinations on which you have based your present data, then I think you need to look at that a little more, say, in a child-friendly manner. Because remember, learning has taken online, but assessment has been offline. Children have for a long time not had any written practice at all. So several schools across the country where, you know, Dr. Roy and I have been in touch with several principals have reported this, that when they come for their pre-board examinations, the children were not able to write very comfortably. They had pains in their hands, and because they have absolutely no written practice. So under the circumstances, I think the schools and principals need to take a very, very, very empathetic sort of view and give the benefit of the doubt to the children. So in case, you know, wherever they have been very strict with their marking, because we teachers have this, you know, facility to do that. And we also have the propensity to do that. We feel, all right, in school exams, if we can control them, obviously, then, you know, they will do well in the, so those old thoughts, processes have to be now changed. We need to re-look at our assessments and see if they can do that. If Dr. Roy would like to add anything to this question, sir, the mic is all yours.
Yes, namaskar to each one of you. See, Mukesh has very rightly explained the question, because, you know, CBSE, whenever CBSE is entrusting any kind of responsibility before us, so that time we need to justify our role, the way we execute the responsibility. So when CBSE has entrusted this responsibility to us, we'll have to see how we can maintain a delicate balance. See, on the one hand, there is a guideline issued by CBSE, what all things you need to follow. But on the other side, you need to see the flexibility which has given to you, and you can customize it depending upon the authenticity of the situation. Like you have seen there, +-2. +-2 is already mentioned in the detailed circular. So if you
Correct.
feel that in 2018-19, your result was the best, and but you are under that impression your present batch is better than that previous year 18-19, CBSE has already given you a flexibility that you can go +2, you can upscale it by 2%. Now, one more thing which is not mentioned anywhere, because when we go ahead with the system, we try to make it smoother so that we can cover everything in general terms. But yet, CBSE has told us to constitute a committee. Chairperson of the committee is the principal of the school, 5 subject teachers from the school concerned, and 2 external. These 2 are the public representative. So whatever we are doing, we need to justify, we need to document, documentation we need to go for, and there, whatever you are doing, even if there is a change more than 2%, but then it has to be justified, it has to be recorded. So we should not do anything. Yesterday, if you remember, Sayamji, controller of examinations, Dr. Sayam Bhardwaj has told that we know what are the schools, we know. He has given example of present election system, how election commission is carrying out this tedious activity. So they said that out of 25,000 schools, we are aware who can do what. We know whom to trust and where we need to be vigilant. So we need to see and we need to maintain a delicate balance. But yet I will tell what Mukeshji had said, you need to follow that so that there should not be any question on our integrity. That part has to be followed. But yet students should also not suffer. That provision is also kept. So that is to be kept intact. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roy. Yeah, Deepaji. Any other questions?
Deepa ma'am, you are muted.
Thank you so much, Dr. Roy, and thank you, Mukesh sir, for enlightening us with this question. I would like to now ask Mukesh sir, probably that you go on with your presentation and help us with some other queries which might have later on.
We have actually not had any presentation, but in case you want it, we can do that. Binu sir, will you share the presentation? I think Dr. Roy can also take us through the presentation. Meanwhile, there are 2 questions in the chat box. One is about marks being out of 80 or out of 100. It has to be out of 80 because remember, you have already given the internal assessment or you're in the process of creating the internal assessment. The other question in the chat box is, what about chairperson remuneration? Now, I don't know because chairperson is the principal. You have already been, we are on a reasonably good salary, and I don't think we should look at CBSE remuneration for that. But in case you still feel, you're free to write to Dr. Bharadwaj. I'm sure you have his email ID, because yesterday during the webinar, I believe there was a question regarding remuneration for the people who upload marks. We normally have an office assistant who does that. So he did take a very empathetic view and said he would go back perhaps to the competent authority and come back to us. So on that definitely we will get an answer. But as far as chairperson remuneration, well, those who feel very strongly about it, I think no harm in doing that. No harm in writing to them. When CBSE will provide us last 3 years reference. I think very soon they will be giving it to you. And your regional officers, I think, might be able to help you with that better. So you might want to talk to your regional officer regarding your 3 years tabulation. What about our 12th standard this year? I think that we are yet to hear. We were here to discuss just the 10th standard. However, with the 12th standard, there has been a lot of discussion there is always this thing whether to have a year that is important or life is important. So when these two things come, it is obviously the life is important. So I think the ministry and the CBSE will take a very conscious view, and we still have time, because last year I remember colleges opened only in September. So we still do have time. We may be able to, if things peak, let's say by the end of May, we may be able to go in for an examination system. Sir, is it applicable to allot marks to subject from different years? That is, from which year they have scored best? No, I think you should take only the reference year, because otherwise you will be into trouble. If CBSE, starts calculating that, or they look into it, you will have that problem.
Take reference here.
Yeah, you must only take the reference year. Moderation by CBSE. There is no moderation now. It is our review committee which is in charge of the entire moderation. There was one more question. Sir, good afternoon. My question is that tabulation with students categories are about 26, 40. What do we need to do? You don't have to compulsorily have children in the category, just because that is only a suggested criteria.
Correct.
Whatever you have, whatever the children have scored, please give that. There is nobody is going to take you to task, because you have evidence with you, whether it is digital evidence or whether it is hard copy evidence. Also you have it with you, so you can see. Whatever you do, my colleagues, remember, you should be able to justify that if the need arises tomorrow. Number one. Number two, again, I will take you back to what Dr. Roy quoted Dr. Sayam Bharadwaj saying yesterday, that CBSE is over these years aware of which school can practice what kind of practices. They have their data over the years. They know which school practices through their own vigilance teams, and through grapevine they do it. So we don't have to worry, as long as I said, is our process is fair. Fair where? In both ways. Fair in terms of our process, and fair with our children also. So both these things, if we are keen about, I don't think we should have any worry about it. Again, let me tell you, the criteria that they have given you, the 26 and 40 and over 40 and over 50, is only a suggested criteria. Not necessarily that you must have a certain percentage on that. See, there are schools where children don't fail at all. So why would you jabardasti put some of your children just because CBSE has suggested that? So don't do that.
Very true. Very true.
Right. Now there is
One more question.
Yeah, I will just keep reading it, sir. There is one which says, I would like to know regarding, so I've already answered about moderation. We are only the moderating team, the principal and perhaps the 5 members from school, and the other 2 members from the other school. Now, there have been questions on that also. Can we have 2 different teachers from 2 different schools? No.
Correct.
Please
No.
try and see that it is from the same school, because your job will become easy. Secondly, can you send your teachers to multiple schools? Yes, you may. Perhaps not the same teacher, but if you wish to have, see, basically, this is the time where we need to care and share. And since we all belong to a Sahodaya, whether it is Varanasi Sahodaya or Dakshin Sahodaya, our entire motive is caring and sharing. So if you're able to help your neighboring schools, and if the teacher has, of course, no objection to it, only then do it. Please do not, use your positional leadership to force teachers to go just because, you have committed to some school that they have to get this. Now, sir, actually reference here may be around 70 to 75. But the current year students are much good, and if they're capable. Again, Dr. Roy qualified that to you very clearly. There is a provision that CBSE itself has said of 2% up and 2% down. But to say that 75 and 85, that is, I think, it's a leap, not a jump. So if you have evidence to show that yes, your children are qualified and that they have really scored 85, don't stop from doing that. Just go ahead and do that. That's not a problem at all. Again, I'm telling you, whatever you do, see that you are able to justify that if there is tomorrow an inquiry or some kind of a team is constituted to look into this and you are questioned. You should be prepared. It's like, whatever you want to do when you file your income tax, as long as the income tax officer is able to understand what you have done and why you have done it, they will not ask you any questions. There are two social science teachers and one of them is deputed as an external to a neighboring school. 1 minute, let me, yes, to a neighboring school. The other is a chairperson principal. The internal committee includes 2 language teachers, 1 maths teacher and 2 science teachers. Is there any problem with this? No, as long as the chairperson is a subject expert, there should not be any problem. Selection of reference here is not satisfying all subject teachers. What is the solution for this? You can't satisfy everybody at all times on everything. So just go by the procedure which has been very well thought out and laid out for you. You may tell your teachers, please read it and satisfy yourself. So this is Kamrajini. Okay. Is this Kamrajini from Adarsh Vidya Kendra?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir. Yes.
Oh, namaskaram. Vanakkam, eppadi irkeenga?
Nalla irukku, sir. How are you, sir?
Seri. Okay.
Mukesh ji,
Ah,
probably we have skipped one question whereby query was 9th standard result when we can utilize that. There was one question which is very important.
yeah, go ahead and answer it, sir.
Sir, whosoever has tried to inquire about that, I must say that yesterday also in the meeting, it was made clear, but yet I'll mention it here. See, when your student for some reason during this trying time, unprecedented situation, has not been able to take any of the periodic test or unit test or half-yearly exam or midterm exam or pre-board exams, and yet up to 15th time is there, in spite of your all effort, if he or she, that candidate, is not able to take the examination, then also there is a provision which has been given in the circular itself. Your telephonic assessment will also work. In spite of that also, if you are facing a problem that you are not able to hold any kind of assessment, any kind of test or examination, online, offline, whatever, so then you can definitely go ahead with your 9th standard result of the student, and then this 9th standard assessment during 9th, what way the child has performed in all the subjects and all the tests, whatever you have considered, you can take those things into your assessment consideration while you are going ahead with the tabulation of marks for class 10. But definitely you need to keep those documents, because for certain exceptional cases, CBSE, if they constitute a committee as it is mentioned in this notification, if they send, as Mukesh ji rightly said, that they may send a team to verify, so that time you need to produce those documents. So you preserve those documents carefully so that you are not in an odd situation that time. So that care is to be taken. Any other question?
Sir, there is one question regarding the assessments of online and offline. In case you don't have physical evidence of assessments, then is the online evidence applicable? Yes, I have said that. I have said yes to that. In
Yes.
case you wish to add anything there, sir, you can do. Meanwhile, I will look at the other question. That's if you have to add anything. Otherwise, there is one thing which talks about if our student, Kaushal Singh, our students have good score than district, state and national data at that point, what do we need to do? Again, I will go back to my question. Have your evidence ready. Whatever you want to do, you go ahead. If it is better than district, state and national data, please give it. Don't be unfair to the children at all. If they have scored well, then just go ahead, see that you have your evidence and reasons to justify. Geeta Sharma, if the percentage is more than reference here, what should we do? I think that also goes for the same thing. I already answered it 75 and 85 previously. So I will again, underline and reinforce this fact that you must be able to justify and produce evidence for whatever result that you have given. Can we send our result committee members to other schools? Yes, of course. Please go ahead. No harm in doing that, Babita. The only problem is already this particular teacher who is in the committee is coming to your school, and the teacher is at risk. So if you still want to take a risk with that teacher, you can go ahead. Or, I would suggest that you can send somebody else. Can the average of 2 or 3 years to be taken for the same? No, I think you will take base MLS Nayur. MLZS, I think, Nayur. Please take only the average of the reference year that you have. Can we use GCR AS evidence? Srinivasan has asked this question. Sir, Dr. Roy?
Yes, sir.
Could you answer that? Can we use GCR AS evidence? As evidence, that is. Google Classroom, GCR means. Srinivasan, is that what I understand? It is Google Classroom, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, the periodic test we have taken in GCR, sir.
Right.
And during the time, we were not having the provision of collecting a hard copy. Hence, teachers have checked the work in GCR itself, sir. Can we directly use GCR as an evidence?
Yes. That is
Or we
digital
need to take
evidence.
the printouts of those answer sheets?
No, you don't need to take any printout. Keep it as long as there is if they want to inspect it, you can always take a sample printout when they come to you. Right now, please do not waste paper or get unnecessarily into, printing of all the answer scripts and all. Because you may not even need them. When they ask you can take a print and give it. You can keep the GCR evidence and base your result on that, though you don't have to have a physical printout of that. Okay, Dr. Roy, this question I suggest you can take. How can we compute marks for 6 subjects? I think Dr. Bhardwaj explained it very well. However, I leave it to you to explain this, sir.
Sir, yesterday it was told that 3 years data which were discussed that very moment with regard to 6th subject also it was told. So there is nothing else to be discussed at that point. Only thing is that I would request follow whatever Dr. Bhardwaj said, and because anything we suggest in this platform may confuse the person. So I would request that you go ahead. Dr. Bhardwaj's presentation is available in YouTube. So strictly follow that. Nothing beyond that you need to do. Please go ahead with that only.
Yeah, Geeta Sharma, you have said download the evidence and save it in a CD. Yes, you may do that as a backup. Secondly, Hemlata has asked that if answer papers are deleted, what do we do? Again, this question was asked yesterday, and I think Dr. Bhardwaj gave a very nice reply. It can be recovered. You see, anything that is on the cloud or in the web, remember, stays. It cannot be deleted permanently. So you can, with a technical expert, recover that particular data. Any more questions?
Sir, one more doubt, sir. May I, sir? So actually, we have conducted 3 assignments and 2 pre-boards, sir. So first assignment we are considering for the 10-mark weightage of periodic. Then second assignment and third assignment, best of those 2, we are considering for the weightage of half yearly.
Yes.
And best of 2 pre-boards we are taking as a pre-board weightage, 40 marks weightage is there, no? That we are taking, sir.
This is perfect.
Will it be okay, sir?
This is perfect. It's a good way to go.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, data drive, Hemlata Rathi. Yes, you may save that data in your drive.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whether it is needed to share the PowerPoint, it's ready actually.
I don't think so, because I think the questions are almost, it will be unnecessarily waste of time showing all the presentation. What we can do is we can share this presentation with them on your WhatsApp group.
Sure.
And because the planet director, the Panchatantra planet director may share it if required on this presentation. I think we have reached the maximum capacity in Zoom.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
going on. Facebook Live is going on, sir. Right
Oh,
now.
I see. All right. Okay. I'm so glad that we have people.
Around,
Only thing is, are there any questions on the Facebook?
Facebook, we are checking, sir. Actually, we couldn't.
If there are, then one of you can ask the question so we can help them out
because
also.
I think that so many queries are coming because more than 500 is there.
Okay.
Monitor.
Some pre-board exam papers have been distributed among children. Should we recover? I think, Sheila ji, what you can do is ask the children maybe to just take pictures and send it to you, or scan them through CamScam and send it to you, so that at least you have the copies, photographs of those copies.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There's another query. The school where we have to send the external examiners, if the strength of the school is very less, let's say there are only 5 students studying in that school,
Okay.
then too should we send 2 examiners?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
transparency is transparency, no? Whether it is for 100
Okay.
people or for 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions on Facebook? We can take them.
Sir, actually yesterday, one principal shared her apprehension about the calculation of mark.
Okay.
So our internal assessment mark should be included or excluded, because when we consider previous year's reference mark, it was out of 100.
No. Previous year's reference also out of 80. In fact, the CBSE will be giving you that data.
Yeah.
They have said that very clearly. You have to tell them which year that you have reference and they will give it to you. Secondly, for our consideration for this year, marks only out of 80, not out of 100, because you have already, as I said in the beginning, either uploaded your internal assessment marks or are in the process, and you will be doing it as soon as possible. If a student, Ishwari, if a student has not submitted online or offline answer sheet, then what can we do? As Dr. Roy again explained to you, you might want to take another online examination of that particular student, so you have the evidence with you. And even if this is not possible, as Dr. Bharadwaj said yesterday, you might like to take a Viva over the phone and keep a recording of that. Is it necessary that external person should be signed in person? Yes, of course. The external person, when he goes to school, he will have to make a signature. You will have to give him a relieving letter as well, just like you do when you give your invigilators to everybody. They will have to sign the annexure, no, where they are recording the marks. Yes, madam, even in COVID times, because they have to go physically, you see. Is there any portal open to upload everyday activities? Hemlata, what everyday activities do you mean, Hemlata?
Okay, sir, there is one more question. Will CBSE fix a reference year, or the schools have to fix a reference year?
School will select the reference year, because you have your data, no, of the last 3 years. And then you tell them that that is the reference year that you want to consider. In fact, you should have done this by now. Examined your 3 years data, looked at the reference year, and already communicated to CBSE so that you get the data of 80 marks of that particular year. We are getting from 2 to 3 schools requests for external. Ishwari, you may send if you feel like helping the school out, but remember not to send the same teacher everywhere. Form of committee, reference year, entry, etc. I don't understand, Hemlata. Acha, you mean, no, that is not required. You can make your internal minutes that the day you constituted the committee, keep that with you. And if there is a requirement on the portal, then you can keep that as minutes of the meeting and share it with them. Yes, keep minutes of the meeting. In fact, you can even have a video recording of the meeting that is taking place. Just like you have a geotag photograph, you can have that also. So that will become a very nice evidence for you. Will we get the reference MLS Mayur from CBSE? Reference year you decide and tell CBSE so that they will give you the data out of 80 marks.
Okay, sir, there is one more question. When we fix this reference year, where should we send the reference years matters? Like which year should be selected, or whether RA will answer or headquarter will answer?
No, you have to communicate to CBSE that this is the particular reference year that you are going to be basing your results on. Even when you upload, there will be, I think, a column where you will say which is the reference year. So that when they compare what your present result is with the reference year, it becomes easy for them. So is there any format to note the final marks before, sir, for verification? I think, Ishwari, what you can do is get hold of one of your IT teachers to help you create an Excel sheet where you type the names of all the children, their admission number, and all other data, like, you have in LOC. Then you put in the subjects that you have, the code of the subject, so that, the correct marks for the correct subject code is entered. And then, depending on the criteria that CBS has given you, why don't you use a formula so that automatically 10% or 50% or 80% or whatever is suggested will automatically come to you at the end of it. Then you can verify that with your physical form. That will be the way we are doing it here in Varanasi. In fact, I've shared with Binu sir one Excel sheet also. Binu sir, if you want, you can delete that data and maybe share the formula with them, with everybody. That also they will be able to. You can take it. So usually you can get it from Binu sir. So he will share it. He will share it.
Yes, I'll share. From Kushal Singh, one question is there, whether you answered it or not, sir.
Kaushal, I think I have answered all questions of Kaushal. Malarmati, finding average scored marks divided by total marks and multiply 80. Yes, it is given there to you, in that. You please go to the manual. There, Malarmati, anga kuduthirukanga avanga. Eppadi pandrathu, how do you do that? In that sheet, each student score out of 80 to be given on all parts to be entered. Srinivasan, I didn't understand your question.
Yes, sir. There is one more question. Comes from one of the participants. When we take this reference here, out of 5 subjects, 4 subjects marks are very good and 1 subject's mark is not so good. But when we compare this year's performance, that subject's mark is very good. So the teacher asks, can I take my subject reference from any other year other than the reference year?
No. You don't do that. Take one particular reference year, but maybe for one particular subject, if you feel that your marks are better than of that reference year, no harm done. No harm done. You don't have to stick to that +2 or -2% of that. Is a leeway that CBSE has given us. But it is possible that yes, in the online platform, children have been able to, answer a little better than what they did in the last 2 years. Go with what the children have scored genuinely, even if it's a little more in your subject, as long as you have evidence. Again and again, let me repeat this. At the cost of it becoming a bored cliche, let me repeat this. Whatever you do, please be ready to justify that. Okay, Malarveli, share. Yes, it will be shared, sir. Share, madam.
So, excuse me, sir.
Yes,
The CBSE had sent the timeline of events.
Yes.
And one event was by 10th May. They would be sending to all schools their referral year and marks. So, which means we would be getting by the CBSE.
See, obviously, CBSE also knows which is the best out of the 3, because their people are also, into it. So obviously, they will not do any injustice to our schools. They will send it. Now, just in case by 10th you don't get it, you may have to wait for a day or 2. CBSE is working, they're actually really, we are in constant touch. In fact, Dr. Roy has a personal bond with Dr. Bharadwaj. So we know exactly what they have been doing. So wait for a day or two. If they don't, then you might just want to gently connect with somebody in your regional office, and they will be able to guide you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. One doubt is
With
that
parents, the CBSE criteria, absolutely. You must do that, Ishwari, so that, you don't have unnecessary questions to answer tomorrow after the result is declared. Because the parents will be up in arms and say, Arey, you have done this injustice. That is why evidence is required. And please share the criteria with the parents also. There's no harm done. In fact, more than the parents, if you have a PTA, share it with the PTA representatives. They will be more understanding than anybody else. If the chairperson is one of the subject teachers, can we take another teacher to the committee as fifth? Yeah, why not? If the chairperson is the principal, Mary Navya. So if you are the principal, Mary, the chairperson obviously is the principal. And the principal, of course, teaches. But apart from the chairperson, you have the facility to have 5 + 2 teachers.
Sir, at this point, I would like to mention one thing. All of us, we need to ensure that whatever data we have uploaded in Oasis, in Oasis data, that particular teacher's name should be there. If that teacher's name you have not disclosed that time, for some reason, which is better known to the school only, so then there might be some kind of complications. So please ensure that wherever you have uploaded all those information on Oasis, which CBSE is actually referring, so that should be matching with the name of the teacher you are suggesting for.
Correct.
So please ensure that teachers' data, whatever you have uploaded in Oasis.
In spite of this webinar, if there are any questions at a later date and some people want to get in touch with us on a one-on-one, do share our WhatsApp numbers with them so that if they send a WhatsApp, we will answer. We may not be able to take calls of all these people, but we can definitely, help you out. You see, we are here to help you out at every stage. So don't hesitate and say, oh, can I ask this or not? How will they feel? We are not here to judge anybody because it is just as it is new for CBSE, it is new for all of us. And if we are able to do things together, because that is what the 21st century skill is anyway today, collaboration is very, very important. And that is why even the Sahodaya, the visionaries at CBSE had set it up. But unfortunately, that collaboration has, really happened because of this radical change in the platform of education. Thank God, der aaye, durust aaye. But let us really collaborate, and Sahodayas should actually now take a lead role. Hubs of learning were also thought about that. But I think Sahodayas are really doing very well in many parts of the country, and we should go ahead and have that spirit of caring and sharing. If subject teacher left the school, his name is uploaded, you may mention that. You can take the new educator and say that this person was not there, but we have the evidence in case you require it. So you can, because the OSS, so now we'll not be able to update. No, yeah, I think updating will come a little later. So if you have not updated last year when the portal was open, you can still say that this person is new, and even if the name is not there in the OSS data, I'm sure you have the employee records and the employee number and the employee iCard if you have. So keep all that as evidence it's required.
Sir, one thing I would like to mention at this point of time, OSS data, CBSE has given us, opened that OSS portal. Last month, 16th was probably the last date. If you have appointed anybody for some reason after 16th of last month, then to be on a safer side, you prepare, principal of the concerned school must prepare a letter with the name and other detail of the teacher, one who has left and one who has taken his place. So that letter should be given to regional office to be little on a safer side. Situation may crop up like this, like after 16th of last month, some exigency has taken place and you were forced to take a teacher in place of teacher one who has left for some reason because of this trying time. So that time you just take regional office into confidence by sending a letter with every detail, so that at a later stage, if anyone is questioning about your integrity or some kind of manipulation they suspect or they smell. So you can be on a safer side with that letter. So take regional office into consideration.
Dr. Roy, I will read out the question of Mount Hitra Z School, Neyur. Should the rational document given in Annexure 2 be uploaded in the CBSE portal on 10th May? I don't think so. I'm not sure about it, but you will be able to give the correct answer.
No.
Sir, yesterday in the meeting, it was inquired, and at that time they said that nothing of that sort they are going to ask for right now. And in FAQ, we can always include certain questions, as you rightly said, that they can send us through WhatsApp or mail, whatever way. But besides that, in Dakshin Saudaya, in that area, I suppose there must be city coordinator nominated by regional office. So any kind of question can be given directly to city coordinator also, and city coordinator has been entrusted with this responsibility to compile all those unanswered questions or this kind of typical questions so that it can be sent to regional office, and regional office will compile and send it to headquarters for a justified reply, and as the case may be, depending upon that. So that also can be, right?
Yeah, we can. Sheila, your question is about the dropping of the performance because of online learning, but their standards 9 performance is better. I don't think you can do anything on that. Unless you want to perhaps give the child a retest.
Okay, sir, there is a one more
subject where the child has not done well. You might like to give another retest, give the child some time, let's say 2-3 days, and then say, all right, you do this, and then, give the marks like that.
Okay, sir, there is one more query from one participant. One of his students has been absent for more than 6 months. He could not attend any of the online classes or online assessment or physical classes or physical attendance due to some medical reasons.
Yes.
Now, what can be done? Can we take any telephonic assessment?
Yes. All the more reason why you should take a telephonic kind of a viva of different subjects, or you share even some MCQ based. So it could be a blended kind of an examination, which will be a Google sheet, which is a time-bound sheet. And, you can, there are so many ways to do that and ensure transparency. So, if there are MCQs that are given there and you tell them, and even you can time the form that within 2 minutes, the MCQ has to be answered, or in a minute, depending on what the teacher feels the time should be taken. Along with that, if you want to have some kind of a viva, go ahead and do that. See that it is recorded. 2 things very important: benefit of doubt to the children. You cannot be unfair with them. You cannot be unfair with your school processes also. And therefore, fairness is perhaps the only answer for it. And benefit of the doubt, child-friendly, child-centric. This is what is required.
Circular mentioned that if a student is not happy with the result, students can go for examination.
Yes.
So, can you explain about the mode of examination, whether it be like a 3-hour examination based on 80 mark?
I think it will be a physical form from what I understand at a later stage after the result is there. I cannot commit to on this. I may be wrong.
Sir,
yes, sir.
Sir, it was on 14th when CBSE has come out, 14th of April, when CBSE has declared that 10th class examination will not be conducted. That very time in that circular, it was clearly mentioned that if any child is not satisfied with his or her marks by the way of assessment, now which is we are discussing about the methodology, how we are going ahead with this assessment, then that child can approach the school and school can communicate board, and he or she may be able to take the examination, physical examination, I mean to say offline examination, when situation gets normal. That's what circular says. When that circular was issued after declaration of cancellation of 10th standard examination on 14th of April. So that way that option is open. Sir, one more thing, Mukeshji, before you take up other questions, I would like to, because you see when you talking to me about one question about 6th subject. I was trying to avoid any kind of controversy because highest authority controller of examination from CBSE has already replied on that. But yet I felt that somewhere that question I should have taken up and given a little better reply to that. See, if any child has taken more than 5 subjects, means result of more than 5 subjects, if the student has more than 5 main subjects such as painting or music, etc. So in that case, what is to be done? We all have studied bit of statistics, the measure of central tendency, mean, median, and mode we are aware of. So mean marks of the best 3 subjects out of maximum allotted marks after conversion may be rewarded to the child, one who has opted for 6 subjects, or the school which has given 6 subjects to all the students. So let me repeat, if the student has more than 5 main subjects, such as painting or music, so in that case, mean marks of best 3 subjects out of maximum allotted marks after conversion may be rewarded to the students. So that is in gist, Sayamji also explained yesterday.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this clarification. And I'm glad you came back to the question, because we didn't want any participant to feel let down or, not getting their worth of the time that they have spent, because we are all so busy. I'm sure everybody, has some problem or the other. And therefore, I think there is a question from Geeta. Should the rational document next to be uploaded in the CBSE portal? No, I have already answered that, Geeta. Is there any chance of extension of dates? In Kerala, we are going for a lockdown from tomorrow. I don't know, because you remember one thing that Dr. Bharadwaj said very clearly yesterday, that, they might be going in for publication of results depending on different regions. Unlike in the past where they said, they would all do it on one particular day. So that is possible. So in case maybe there is a large number of that schools in Kerala which have a problem, then maybe the Kerala region officer on his recommendation may extend the time. We are not sure, but I guess you keep everything prepared. And even in the lockdown, let me tell you, see, even we have lockdown in Varanasi and in UP, but we are all traveling to school. I am going daily to school, and my team is also coming daily to school, because there is a lot that needs to be done. Little data has to be verified, checked. And even in the Excel sheet, fine, the formulas are then the calculation. But the feeding of the data is very important, 18 ka 19 ho jane mein 1 minute nahi lagta hai, because constantly the people are, feeding data. So we have to give the benefit of the doubt. We have to be very careful. So we are going daily. I'm sure a few people can, with all safety precautions, go to school. Correct. And if the teachers can be provided a school vehicle or some kind of a transportation facility so that they travel safely from and back. You remember last year, all of us did so much when we had to do, marking of answer sheets. We were sending it to different examiners' homes also. The schools have done that. So I'm sure 5 teachers can be called very easily. The other 2 teachers from the other school, don't call them every day. Call them on the last day when all your data is ready, so that they verify and they have your signature.
Really, thank you, sir. It's a very needed doubt. I'm Shanmuganandan, who welcomed you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rainy. So super.
There is a 6th subject again question. Just a doubt, if we have done all exams for IT, the 6th subject, then is it necessary to go for mean?
Yes.
Sir, would you like to take Sheila's question?
Could you please repeat the question, sir, for a minute?
Sir, if we have done all exams for IT, the 6th subject, then is it necessary to go for the mean? I think yes, but you can explain the rationale behind it.
Sir, that's why I was initially hesitant to give reply of this particular question, because you see the Supreme Authority Controller of Examination has clearly explained it. So I can repeat whatever I said earlier, quoting his statement, that if the student has more than 5 main subjects, such as painting, music, etc., or IT, whatever you said, mean marks of the best 3 subject out of maximum allotted marks after conversion may be rewarded. I repeat, mean marks of the best 3 subjects out of maximum allotted marks after conversion to be awarded, to be rewarded to the child. There it is not mode, it is not median, it is mean. That was also clearly stated. So that is to be followed. Our advice would be that only.
Mukesh sir, this question is out of context.
Yeah.
I'm getting few queries from the participants regarding Panchatantra planet, because so far they haven't heard about this name.
Okay.
So what is this? What is this sensory learning and all?
Right. Panchatantra Planet is a very recent online platform that is going to be available for schools to conduct online teaching. You see, there are several schools in different parts of the country where they do not have either a net facility or proper training of teachers to conduct online classes. There are several schools that have not been able to even collect the fees and pay their teachers.
Yes.
Such managements have been getting, sending out these SOS signals as to help out. So Panchatantra Planet is going to be one kind of a one-stop solution for helping out such schools who require the entire online platform to be run by them. So it will be like, Panchatantra Planet, if given a kind of a mandate by the school, can completely conduct your online schooling because they have a huge resource base of teachers. And you will get teachers from all over the country, the best of teachers, just like we are from Varanasi connecting with you, maybe a teacher from Delhi or a teacher from Jaipur, or even a teacher from UAE will be able to connect, but depending on, of course, the timings. And it's definitely an online learning platform. And going forward, it will be a blended learning platform also, where there will be a lot of teacher training conducted, both in the offline and in the online modes. So that is Panchatantra Planet. Panchatantra, why? Because, we have talked about the India-centric education in the vision of NEP 2020. And Panchatantra, we all know, somehow, for us, Panchatantra means, children's stories. But if you really go into the origins of why Panchatantra was written, it was basically written by a political, to teach political science to the children of a king. And therefore, it has a lot of life skills. And if you look at the way that entire process was done, the pedagogy that was used by Vishnu Sharma, who was the original author, you will see all these modern techniques that we are talking about. You're talking about differentiated instruction. You're talking about learning style. You're talking about multiple intelligence. You're talking about critical thinking, student-led classrooms, life skills, problem solving. All that is there in the Panchatantra if you read it. Not just the Panchatantra, we have so many of our texts, whether it is Vikram Betal stories, Tenali Raman stories, or even the Bhagavad Gita. There, unfortunately, in our country, because of various religious factors, the Bhagavad Gita has been relegated to, a book for the retired people, but it is not actually for retired people. It is actually meant for youth. Remember, it was given to Arjuna in the midst of a battle when he, had complete doubts about what he has to do. And he doubted his own teacher for several years. He and Krishna have been, very, very, like Choli and Daman, as they say in Hindi, close together. In spite of that, he had doubts. And only then, of course, Krishna gave the Vishwarupam, which is a kind of a form of experiential learning. And only then Arjuna understood. So, all these things are there in India-centric education. So, Panchatantra Planet is, striving to bring about India-centric education through the online platform, use of modern technology, linking it to all the 21st century skills and hand-holding for schools that require this kind of a help.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So Panchatantra is already offered one more program for principals and teachers, the same platform. Right, sir?
Yes, you may please share that. In fact, that was the request from, we are doing it for other schools here. And if you wish, we can do that for Dakshin Sahodaya also. Next Friday, we can come together on this, how to plan and execute an online lesson. That is very important because, as I said, you can't teach in the online format the way you teach in the offline format. So how we can do that in a 40-minute session or a 35-minute session, incorporating all the aspects of a physical classroom also. We have expertise on that, and therefore people will be able to help you with that. If you wish, you can join in. So, Binu sir, if there are no more questions, I guess we can call it a day by thanking everybody. And I wish everybody health and hygiene and a lot of safety. May all of you be blessed with the best of and the enough of everything that you require to go through this pandemic. Let me end with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Deepa ma'am, you can conclude the session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. In this age of, last year and this year, we've been undergoing so many different changes. As we all say, everybody here is trying to adjust to new normal. And one of the new normal is this, what we are facing, where we are all sitting in confinements of our working places or our homes, and we are connected to each other. Let me begin by thanking Mr. Mukesh and Dr. Roy. As Mr. Mukesh was just quoting from Panchatantra and the Mahabharata, just as Krishna had managed to clear all the doubts of whatever Arjuna had, we had today Mr. Mukesh and Dr. Roy doing it for all of us. I'm sure most of the delegates who have joined this meeting today, our doubts must have been cleared 99.9%. And whatever 0.1% is still remaining, Mukesh ji and Dr. Roy have been so kind enough that they would share their WhatsApp number with us, and we could always get back to them. The takeaway, I guess, from today's meeting, from what both of our eminent speakers told, was that whatever we do should be in the best interest of children. It should be fair and it should be child friendly. So I guess we all remember all this while computing the marks for children, and also perhaps go back to and see what our last 3 years results have been. Let us give advantage to children in all due fairness. We have to remember that and underline that somewhere. Let me thank Dakshin Sahodaya for arranging such a wonderful meeting and such a timely meeting. I think even if this meeting is conducted once more, we are going to come back with some other fresh doubts, because when we sit down to actually compute things, I guess as principals, we are going to get a few more doubts, which, sir, as you said, we will get back to you on your WhatsApp numbers once they are shared. So once again, I would like to thank each and everyone who've been part of this meeting today, and wish and pray that we are all safe in this difficult times, and all prayers to everyone in this meeting. And as you said, sir, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa. Binu sir, there are some questions after this about the next webinar. So I am telling everybody, those who wish to join the next webinar, your one-man contact is Binu sir.
Sure, sir.
He will organize it. And thank you, Dr. Roy, for joining us in the last minute. I know Binu sir and I have been planning this since yesterday, but Dr. Roy is really a busy person. He has a lot of things to handle apart from his school, which is very far from his home. And, he has the presidentship of Sahodaya also. So he's really, really busy. But thank you so much, sir, for joining us at this end.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There is one more question.
Thank you, Roy, sir. Thank you.
Students, one of his year subject average is not matching with the reference year. Hemlata, I think it is the same answer for this question also that we have given you earlier. If the students one of this year's subjects average is not matching with the reference year, wherein other subject performance matches, what can be done? You can't do anything about it. You can't take the, a particular student's year, reference year as a separate year. There are other options, as I told you. If you wish to give him or her an examination online or a viva to help the child improve the score, go ahead, as long as you have the details of the evidences and justification. So I think, Deepa, let me give the 3 words for takeaway for everybody. Fairness to all, fairness in the process, child-centric. These are 3 phrases that I think everybody should keep in mind. Maybe write it down somewhere on your notice board till you are able to tabulate your result. So it keeps you going on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
It was a
sir.
wonderful
Thank you.
session with these people.
Mukeshji, you. Yes, sir. Mukeshji, you rightly said that what all 3 things they need to write. One is reliability, fairness, flexibility, and validity. These 4 things rather, they need to keep in mind while going ahead with this whole process. I repeat, reliability, fairness, flexibility, and validity. Because when you have given the answer of the last question, you are not rigid. You are flexible enough. You said that you have the option to go ahead with the online examination now also.
Correct.
So that way, reliability, fairness, flexibility, and validity, because you have to justify. You keep your evidence also ready. So with that, we can go ahead with.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Roy,
Thank you,
for
sir. Thank you.
reinforcing that. And let me just conclude with my great thanks to Dakshin Sahodaya. I remember some years ago, I had done an offline workshop at Nagarkovil, initiated by my former school, Adarsh Vidya Kendra. I am in love with the Dakshin part of the country. I am a Dakshin at heart, and perhaps half my family comes from the south. My grandfather was a Gujarati, but my grandmother was a Tanjore Brahmin, and therefore my affinity and my proximity to Dakshin part of the country is there. And today I really enjoyed interacting with all of you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Unity in
Thank you, sir.
diversity.
Thank you.
So,
Yes.
Shanmugandan sir, actually,
Yeah.
Panchatantra offered one more session for our Sahodaya also.
Yeah,
So you can express on behalf of Sahodaya as you are a president of the association.
yeah.
And
Definitely, it's my bound duty,
Yeah.
So thank you so much for Panchachandra, director, and everyone who is, and especially Mr. Mukesh Shilat and Dr. Roy. Really, we had a better clarification than yesterday's. And as Deepa madam said, still when you start working, something may get, as they're very kind enough to give their WhatsApp number, we'll clarify our doubt through this. So my thanks goes to each and everyone, especially Binu, who is smart enough in arranging it. And yesterday also we had some program, and tomorrow also I'm in another program. So all this webinar making us to feel easy and do our work confidently. As Deepa madam said, even let us all pray in this juncture to give us a safe and good health, so that we'll continue our job with the fairness and validity and reliability. Thank you, Binu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Heartfelt thanks to Panchatantra. Nice name it is. Thank you, Binu. Thank you, all the office bearers of Dakshin Sahodaya.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Ranjan.
Mary. Thank you for your personal thanks. Yes, thank you, Banu.
Binu,
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Deepa
you.
ma'am,
We will-
superb. All your interaction was very good. You are right person for the
Thank
right
you, sir.
place.
Thank you.
You
Deepa ma'am.
represented very nicely, ma'am. Good.
Thank you, Manju ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
you.
sir.